Wowzers.
Guys, Amanda from Rockpile Off-Grid Homestead here. I'm down in the coop again today. Corey will be joining us in a minute. What I'm interested in your feedback on is I'm looking at some different colours to paint this coop that we just installed, and I want to see what you think. So I'll show you these colours in a sec. Oh, here comes Corey now.
Hi.
With his like boss lady.
Can you say hi? Hi. Hang on, let's put her down.
It's actually Corey's birthday today. Happy birthday.
Hi, yes it is. Yes, I turn 47 today.
For our birthdays, we actually make each other, what we do for each other for our birthdays is a bit of a tradition. We make each other a special meal. Something that, you know, you don't make every day, something a little bit indulgent. Corey's choice is a chicken parmi, but with a twist, with a little bit extra. So after we finish down here, I might take you up to the house and show you me cooking that. Show you what I make. Right, okay, so I'm going to show you these paint chips, and then Corey's just down here checking out stuff to do with chickens, and we'll talk about that in a sec. These are the paint samples that I've got. So now I'm looking at them now. They're all like quite similar, obviously 2 lighter ones and 2 darker ones. But yeah, that kind of sunsetty golden hour look. And that will just be on like this timber bit, and I'll leave the edging like horseshoe timbers as is. In particular?
Look, I like the 2 on the left. These 2.
Yep. I
like these 2 colours. But all in all, I'm not really a colour sort of person myself, but I think these will look good.
Okay.
You know? And I like the idea about leaving some of the timber as timber.
Yeah.
Even though it's only a copper log, but it's got character.
It does.
Character.
Like these little things here.
These little terrors.
So a couple of days ago, we let them out of their chicken run, like around their cage, so they are kind of ranging with the big girls now.
They are, yes.
And they're doing really well. Can't believe how big they're getting. Soon we're going to have to get them to go back into like the big kids coop. So,
yeah. So we were chatting with Honeybee the other day, and she recommended that we like make this little coop just disappear from this area. So we'll just like take it out altogether, and then we'll wait till dark, like that of that night, and she reckons that they will probably go in here because there's nowhere else for them to go.
Yeah.
So.
They have been jumping up on here.
Yeah.
So they've been. You can see all the poop. But yeah, they have been investigating it, so they're becoming familiar with this place where the big chicks go.
How many were up here today? Because it was a little bit of a warm one today, and I think there was maybe at least 8 of them up here, just chilling out up on the deck, being a bit lazy, you know. Must have been the coolest spot to be, because that's where they all were.
And we're also coming down here to check out the egg situation.
Oh, do we do that?
Yes, so...
or lack of egg situation.
So they did lay in the roll-away box for a couple of days, and it became really random and patchy. But now the big girls are getting a lot more comfortable, familiar with this new coop, and we're getting more eggs. Okay, so someone laid in here the other day and he left an egg in there. So can you
tell me
what the situation
what happened the other day is...
Or yesterday. Or this morning or whatever. Is it this morning?
This is one of Betty's eggs. Black Betty. So her egg was just down here, hanging out in the corner. And don't know if do they see the bantam on the the Clucky Bantam in the box?
I put it on our Instagram. I'm not sure if it's...
Yeah, we had a Clucky Bantam that ended up in a little box in the shed, of all places. So we moved her down here with her little box and her eggs, 6 eggs she had, and we put them down, the box and stuff, in this end. And then she didn't go back to it, so they got sort of left. So I grabbed them, but I left one in there, just, you know, it's like a little reminder, like, hey, I think this is where I put the eggs. I'm not sure. I think this is where they go. So I just left like a bantam egg at one end and Betty's egg at the other end. And I think they actually come in here and they just like kick them around, play like pinball.
Well, I wonder if she kind of saw that egg and went, hey, that needs to be with my other one.
Well, possibly. So we'll just leave it where she kicked it.
And we have had some laying in the main part of the coop as well.
Yeah.
Check.
It looks like we've got a Betty egg.
Oh, there we go. Right. So she's laid there a couple of times now.
So have you guys and girls got any pointers, apart from like a bit of rope that we can tie them in there with, like to help them encourage to lay in the one spot? Because honestly, our chickens are just not that smart. They just can't figure it out. You know?
Apart from you, you're smart. Hi. Of course you're hanging around. So that's just a quick one for us, just popping down in the afternoon. Yeah. We're going to go back up to the house and chill out, have a relaxing evening for Corey's birthday. So do you guys want to wish Corey a happy birthday? Drop a happy birthday in the comments.
I might even have a beer, maybe.
Maybe.
Oh, and a quick bit of chicken news.
Oh.
We ordered ourselves an automatic chicken waterer.
Yes.
Slash like dog water livestock bowl. It's like a little stainless steel bowl, about as big as a dinner plate, with like a little float valve and a little cover over it that gets fixed onto essentially like a bit of timber or something. So that should be here in the next 2 weeks, because our mail service is like terrible where we live.
Yeah, and it's almost Christmas, so,
yeah, so
I don't know, we might get it this year.
We may get it. So
no promises.
I'll do a quick little vid of how to just install that on the and it'll be gravity filled from the water tank there. So that'll be good.
Cool.
That's it. You won't see me again, folks. Maybe later when I'm cutting open the surprise dinner. But thank you very much.
Thanks, guys.
Later.
Bye.
Bye.
Hey guys, I'm actually going to do a voiceover and talk you through the recipe. Here I am butterflying some chicken breasts. I love when you open them up, they look like a little love heart, which is really cute. And then I'm just going to beat them out so they're all like an even thickness, so they cook evenly. From there I will dry brine them, so I cover them in salt and put them aside or in the fridge at least 20 minutes. These ones I did earlier in the day, and they get all like tender and flavorful. And then I go into my sausages, which these are our favorite Italian sausages, and this is going to be like the topping with a twist on the parmi that Corey wanted. We were tossing up between Italian sausage meatballs and pork belly bites. This is what we ended up with, so I'm just skinning them and pulling them into little meatball-y things. And then I'm going to head on to preparing for the tomato sauce, chopping garlic. Got some oregano from the garden. The garlic's just cut finely, and obviously oregano chopped. And then a little bit of extra spice, which might be unusual for a tomato sauce, is I put star anise in there, and this is from one of my favourite YouTube chefs, which is Marion Gadsby. I'll put a link in the description. So fry off the garlic, stir in tomato paste, cook that off. While that's cooking, I'm browning up that Italian sausage, and I'll just get that cooked up and put aside ready for later. That has got some whole peeled tomatoes, onion powder, the oregano, put in some soy sauce, and I'll put in the soy sauce for a bit of like salty flavour, and I also put in some miso paste, so that gives umami, salty flavour. The meatballs are nice and brown now, and the tomato sauce is really like thickened up. So I know those are somewhat unusual ingredients, but it gives it like a real depth of flavour without having to cook it for yonks and yonks. So here I am starting to crumb the chicken. Just do like 3 bays of a plain flour, beat an egg, and then for the crumb I use panko breadcrumbs. I add some garlic powder in there and some Parmesan cheese. Now I only had packet shredded Parmesan cheese. Fresh Parmesan cheese actually works better here, sticks better. And then I just work my way through the stations. I try to keep one hand for the wet ingredients and one hand I try to keep dry. And then after these are crumbed, I fry them up in my cast iron skillet, so they're nice and brown. There they are. They're going to finish cooking in the oven. I put on my nice thick tomato sauce on top, very flavourful. On top of that, I'm going to pop the Italian sausage meatballs, and then on top of that, I will put the cheese, and that will be like a mixture of mozzarella, cheddar, and parmesan. Mozzarella for the stretch, cheddar for the flavour, and parmesan will give me that browning. And then from here, they go into the oven for like, 15-20 minutes. And that will just make sure everything's cooked and heated through and that the cheese is all melty, as you can see there. Looks good. Come on, have a look.
Oh, look at that. Seth might drive back from Queensland for that. Hey? Especially if I cut it open.
Alright, sir. Cut it.
You ready?
Wow.
Wowzers.
That's some ooey gooey melty amazing chicken parmy there.
I reckon. So they're both for me.
Happy birthday.